dear student, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's start the new video. In this video, I'm going to tell you about disability. What kind of disability? Dear student, you must have seen so many people around you. There are some people who are mentally and physically disabled. Do you think that mental disability is a block? Is an obstacle to make progress in life? Yes, this can be. But physical disability cannot create any hurdle, obstruction and tether its steps to make progress in the life. If they identify their weakness and convert them into its strength, they can do much better than the normal people. Yes, dear students, today we are going to talk about On the Face of It, written by Susan Hill. There are some questions which is really very important and will help you a lot in your examination. So dear student, before talking about these short questions, subscribe my channel by rating the himta, like, share and comment. See, who is Mr. Lam? How does Daddy get into his garden? Mr. Lam is the owner of the garden and he is a lamb. Daddy tried to come in the garden through the walls while gate was open. When did Mr. Lam say, mind the crab apples? Daddy was trying to come in the garden through the walls when Daddy was very close to Lamb. Lamb said that, mind the crab apples, with which Daddy was astonished. Who said that? I thought garden is empty and house is also empty. Dear student, this was Daddy who said that I thought garden is empty and the house is also empty. Who said that all welcome? You are welcome. I sit here, I like sitting. Lamb said so that all welcome, you are welcome and I sit here, I like sitting. Why did boy say that you don't know who am I? Daddy was a boy of 13 or 14 years old. He was very frustrated and lonely boy and he was negative about the world or the people and don't want to stay near people. He had his own views about the people because of his burnt face, being burned with acid. He said that you don't know that who am I? Who did afraid of the boy? According to Daddy, people afraid of him. How had Daddy's face burnt up? Daddy's face burnt off because of the acid. Why did Lamb said that? Where is the difference? It was Lamb who said that there is different kind of people in this world. Like I have tin leg and you have burnt face. We are different, still same as human being. There is grass near the fence of the wall and some people used to call it weed garden. And some people will say just waste or weed while it is growing like a so. Where is the difference? What is the meaning of the phrase? Handsome is that handsome does. Those who did great work and action are considered handsome. Why did Daddy say that mother has to kiss me? One side of Daddy's face was burned with acid. Nobody ever will like to kiss him. As far as concerned about the mother, she has to kiss me because I am her son. She is bound to kiss me. That is also at the other side of my face. Who said that? Look at all those people who are in pain and brave and never cry and complain. This was Daddy who was trying to console Lamb about his tin slack. What does peculiar means? Peculiar means strange or eccentric. Why did Lamb say that you should lock yourself up in a room? Daddy said that whenever I used to stay at my house, they talked about me and about my life. When I was at the worst of, women were talking about me, staring me and laughing at me. When I was under the stairs, they talked something about me. People scared of me. People don't like to stay near. I don't want people and want to stay alone. At this, Lamb said that if you believe everything you hear, then you should lock yourself off in the room. What did Mr. Lamb like in his house? Lamb liked to stay in natural world. He don't like the curtains to shutting in and shutting out. He likes light and darkness. in its natural form. How many friends Lamb had? Lambs had hundreds of friends like Tom, Dick, and Harry. What is the name that suits on Lamb? Lamb's leg had blown off in the war. Small kids or children used to call him Lammy Lamb, which suits him. Is this essential to fill all the particular to make friend? No, there is no need to fill anything to make friends. What can harm you more than bottle of acid? If you hate people, it will harm you more than the bottle of acid is the answer of this question. Who said that everything is yours if you want? Lamb said so, that anything which is mine can be yours if you want. Did the lamb's leg blown off in the war? Yes, his leg has blown off in the war. Why did Daddy say that if you fell and broke your neck, you could lie on the grass and die? Daddy said so because lamb was lamb and he was not able to pluck apple and other fruits from the garden without sticks and ladder. Who said that? You don't know what I can do. Lamb said so, that only you know that what you want and what you can do. Why did Lamb say that you can find out whatever you want? Lamb used to say good things, positive ideas, optimistic approach towards the people and about the world. Daddy was impressed with Lamb and his thinking. That is why Daddy said that I also want to know the same sense of understanding and want to find out whatever I want. At this, Lamb told him that you can find anything, whatever you want. How could you find out that what you want? You can find out all these things thinking, listening, watching, and asking questions from other people. What was Daddy's excuse not to come back, and for other people's excuse that you have burnt face? Daddy's excuse not to come back was that my mother would be bothered about my wherewithal, and for other people's, you don't want to stay near people, but tell us that people are afraid of me. In which section Lambs felt disappointed and lonely? In the last part of the section 1, Lamb showed disappointment and loneliness as Daddy was going back to his mother. Although Daddy promised him to come back, still he whispered himself that nobody come back once they went. Can physically disabled person use its brain more than other or can do better than normal people? If physically disabled or person realize its strength that they have 2 eyes, 2 hands and 2 legs, even mind to use, they can do much better than the normal people or the person. Why did Daddy begin to cry after he came back? When Daddy returned from his house, he saw that Lamb was fallen with his ladder and stick and he was dead. Having seen him in these positions, Daddy began to cry after he came back. Do you think all this will change Daddy's attitude toward Mr. Lamb? Certainly, all this will change Daddy's attitude towards Lamb because Mr. Lamb was very optimistic and very positive about people and about everything, even see good in every living being. What is the kind of behavior that the disabled person expects from other? Physically disabled person expects other to treat or behave him or her like any other normal person, and they want others to be friendly and cooperative with them, and they do not like to be treated as different. Will Daddy get back to his old seclusion or will Mr. Lamb's brief association effect a change in the kind of life he will lead in the future? Certainly, Mr. Lamb's brief association has brought about a change in Daddy's outlook on life, and he has realized that the physical deformity of his face is no obstruction or obstacle in his life to go ahead. Right? He can achieve whatever he wants. Now he would not care if people stared at his burnt face or talked about him or laughed at him. What is it that draws Daddy toward Mr. Lamb in spite of himself? Lamb was lamb and lonely, but he is not stupid or witless. He has optimistic outlook and approach about the life. He speaks to Daddy in a way that nobody has ever done before. He does not hate Daddy's burnt face. Lamb was not afraid of the ugliness of his face. For Lamb, flowers and weeds are plants which can be waste for others. He speaks words of expectations, hope, positivity, and optimistic approach. Very attracted by Lamb's words, his lifestyle, his friendliness, and his positive approach toward the life. That's it, dear student. These were some questions from the on the face of it. I hope all these questions will help you a lot in your examination.